an even number, so I count up by the twos. Damn, you gon' count it by the twos. Rover certified. First you gotta get approved. You know, I gotta get approved.
I think it's important that you said that too, Derek, because I don't know, and I want to find out, but like why now? Why are like the white community and other outside communities other than the black community starting to speak up for us now? Like what made them change? Because we done seen this. We done seen police killing us in the streets.
I mean, but has there ever been a police that killed somebody like without a gun? Like is
Eric
that
Garner.
What? Oh,
They
okay.
choked him out.
Okay,
You know what
so
I mean? I
yeah,
think
so
it was
it's just
20
like,
cops on him.
so it's like this ain't even the first time that y'all done did this. So it's just like, I really am wondering, like, is it because I really truly feel like it's because we're showing such a big deal. Like, you can't get on social media and not see this.
Right.
I think it's different generation too. Still, a lot of the people protesting are like white young people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, there were so many white young people there.
I think that's what it is. They confused too. They like
damn.
It's like I
like
grew up playing with my
Trevor.
brother. Yeah, I grew up. I mean, come on. I would never in a million years think Jake Hoffner would come out and say, "Nigga, shut up." Like we couldn't even take that seriously. Like what?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? To me, that's just me.
The Eric Garner situation that didn't happen like 4 years ago, but they weren't stepping up like they stepping up now. So that's what got me confused as far as like, why after this George Floyd situation are y'all starting to come forward and want to say Black Lives? I'm glad that y'all doing this. Believe me, I love that y'all doing this. But I just want to know what about this specific case here that made them start wanting to say something about it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, this has been going on. Shit, we didn't see Trayvon Martin happen 8 years ago. We was still grown.
It's disgusting. Like even that whole case, like how somebody bought the gun that he killed him with for like I think it was like $250,000. Like this whole white supremacy thing is like literally so disgusting, and I truly feel like the only reason that these companies are coming forward is because us as a black community, we're sick and tired. Like we're exhausted. Like literally, we're repeating the same thing over and over again. Every time something happens, we're saying the same thing. Like it don't matter if they got suffocated, killed, if it was that cop that ran into that other person's house. We are saying the same things. Like white people, y'all feel so entitled with our lives. Y'all feel so entitled because y'all are in fear, but like we live in fear every day. Like even like if me as a black woman, I don't live in fear thinking like, oh, a cop is gonna shoot me, but I live in fear thinking like, damn, like my brother, he has an attitude when he gets pulled over. Like it could be an officer's bad day too. You know, you never know what could happen. Like,
and the scary part is, and I kind of want to get your opinion too about this too, Jazz, is that
yes, I'm being quiet.
I don't want this to be a trendy thing just because everybody's doing this now. Other companies and powerful white people got to come out and say, oh, this is the right thing. This is the thing to do right now. You know what I mean? This is the thing that's get attention now. So we need to come out and say something about Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's the scary part about it. I just don't want this to be a trend. I want this to be true feelings and how they actually feel about things. You know what I mean?
I think we're in a moment where they're understanding how much influence we have and how much power black people hold. And so I think that plays a big part in what's happening. I think that's kind of what played a part in this George Floyd situation is once the riots happened, everybody was kind of like, yeah, we get it, you know, and then it started escalating and more people started jumping on the train. But with the companies, I don't know. I side-eye it sometimes because it's like, why didn't you ever say anything before? Exactly. You know, and now that other large companies have spoken out, now everybody's sending out an email, you know, we're in solidarity. And then you have the other companies with the people who misspeak and then, oh, let me take that back because that was
maybe it's just a cure for the coronavirus. Because you really don't hear nothing about the corona.
Corona gone.
No, corona's not gone. If you work in any retail place or any service industry, the corona's real for you, okay?
But still, they still don't hit it like they used to hit it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was just like crazy, like just all types of stuff. And then you even see like in sports.
Without masks.
But this is more important.
Even in sports, they coming out soon.
It is more important. Oh, man. It is more important.
It's a couple of people in sports like coming out and showing their true colors. Man, you know what I'm saying?
So did y'all hear about that Drew Brees? Mm-hmm. Oh man, this guy here, man. So y'all know Drew Brees, man. He quarterback for the New Orleans Saints.
One of the best ever.
Yeah, you gotta give it to him. You know,
most accurate quarterback ever.
Right now, I don't want to give him his praises. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. He do got some of the records or whatever. But so he did an interview on, I believe it was on Yahoo Finances, and he was basically saying that he don't agree with anyone who disrespects the flag. And specifically talking about the Colin Kaepernick situation, which, by the way, I see a lot of y'all talking about Colin Kaepernick's y'all hero now because he knelt. But back then, that couple years ago, that wasn't the situation.
wasn't
Y'all
really
get what
on
I'm
that.
saying? So now I don't know what happened, but he our hero now. But anyway, he was Drew Brees was basically saying that he don't agree with anybody disrespecting the flag. And he said that maybe a couple of days ago. And what he say that shit for? I do not know because they on his ass.
No, because somebody asked him a question directly about it.
Mhm.
And so that's why he answered the question. But I just feel like,
He said
Well,
the wrong
let's
shit, though.
just get this straight.
no, he said the right shit.
No,
Say how you
yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
Say how you
Say
feel.
what
I
you meant.
don't use
That's
no
true.
notes. Don't use none of that. I need all of y'all to say how y'all feel.
And
please.
everybody, Boozy
Let me know where
disowned
you
him from
stand.
New Orleans. New Orleans don't even want him in there no more. I mean, like, bro, you like dead to the whole culture of the New Orleans Saints. Whether apology or not, you say what you said.
But it's just like, how can you be so ignorant? Like this girl that I work with, she told me because like she didn't understand it, and like how you were saying, like how did y'all come to this realization? And she was like, the other day after you told me, she was like, I went on Twitter and I did some research, and she's like, I'm so sorry, like I had no idea, and like I get it, I see how you feel, but Drew Brees, do you know where you live at?
His impact too. I
Your
mean,
impact, like
it's just your
Not-
impact is real. Your
How?
impact is real, like real outspoken, and then you come out and say something like that. But let's just get this real clear. Ain't nobody disrespecting no goddamn flag.
That was
Fuck
never
that.
the case.
Fuck that
fuck
flag.
the flag.
Kaepernick
We
made that
is not
clear.
talking about no flag. We United States of America. We got more blood, sweat, and tears than any race in this country.
We built this motherfucking country.
to even put the flag up. We glorify our military, all that. When we take a knee, that is respecting the flag.
Yeah.
That is not going crazy whenever the players are saying. That is kneeling, saying that we are hurt. We are hurting. We want justice. There's some things that we don't agree about that we are praising to this flag right now.
Yeah.
That flag has a lot of meaning. We know that. But that flag also means that we accept those meanings of that flag. Right now, in this time of day, we don't think that we should be praising a flag that the same people praise that don't give a damn about us.
Nah, fuck that. We shouldn't be praising a flag that stands for a constitution that considers me 3/5 of a person. So
Well,
that's what I'm saying. So it's real peaceful for us to take a knee. Nobody's saying anything about no flag. A flag,
Because and the thing
be
is,
for real.
why do we always have to be peaceful? At what point do we get to be angry?
oh man, that's what I was
Exactly.
gonna ask you.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
what is the right way to go about these things?
It's not, you know,
Well, when we get angry, they call us thugs.
No, don't say them because this is streets
we gonna be
approved.
thugs anyway. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's time. Like, at some point, enough is enough. Like, people are fed up with that shit. Like, we're just trying to live our lives and thrive like everybody else.
And that's how we think every
Why you
day.
gotta slaughter us in the street?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're no better than us. Some white people have this superiority complex. Like, they're just so much better. And it's like, we didn't even ask to come over here. Y'all stole us and brought us over here. You know what I mean? And we used our blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors to build this land. And now you want to treat us like we shit on the street. You know, I don't get it. And some of them, I'll read through comments on Facebook sometimes, and they really feel like they are better. That, like, niggas ain't shit.
It's
They
taught. It's
feel
really
that.
taught. It's really taught. Seriously.
and the person in office is actually manifesting that for them. You know what I mean? He pushing that
He-
agenda on
He
them.
is, and then it's just like, why, as a president of the United States, are you even commenting on Drew Brees' statements? Because he's like, you shouldn't have retracted your statement. Like, no,
know why
you
he's doing it.
don't you have other things to worry about, Mr. President?
Joke.
Yeah.
Like,
And we know why he doing it. You know, and like you said too, bro, is that it was never about disrespecting the flag. Matter of fact, first off, Kaepernick was sitting during the national anthem. He was just sitting on the bench. And somebody, an ex-military vet, came up to Kaepernick and said, hey, now that's being disrespectful for you because you're sitting. And so he said, how about you take a knee instead?
Yeah.
And that shows respect. Because what do we do? When you take a knee, that's just like you pray when you take a knee. You know what I mean?
When you get
You're
married and
showing
when you
the most-
propose, you take a knee.
Yeah, you're showing the most
Humbling
respect.
yourself.
You know? And so for them to even get that, matter of fact, it was actually, like y'all said, stuff was taught and pushed down on from the higher up as far as like the president, is that it was disrespecting the flag. That's where that actually came from. You know?
Yeah.
And so with him saying that, it manifested into a lot of other people's brains and minds or whatever, and they actually started believing that he was actually out there disrespecting it, even though his exact words was saying, hey, I'm doing this for police brutality against black people. They didn't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Anything that has to do with black people getting justice for something, a lot of folks do not want to hear that. You know, so when he said that, they want to twist it and turn it into something else. You get what I'm
but
saying?
it's just so sad because it's just like a conversation I was having this weekend. Y'all talking about justice and y'all want all this kind of stuff, and y'all view us as animals. Trina, I love you. and she low key canceled right now. Kind of high key, but anyways, y'all treat us as these animals, but y'all don't think about literally like for 400 years, while y'all's families were building their lives, they were building their legacies. We were slaves. We didn't have a legacy. We couldn't even be who we were. So then, even whenever y'all quote unquote freed us and y'all allowed us to be who we were, we didn't know what life was. That's like when you release an inmate who's been in prison for 10 even just 10 years, which is a long time. You release an inmate that's been in prison for 10 years and you say, okay, you're done. Go live life. You have $0 to your name. Okay. You don't know how to function in life. You don't know how to function in society because you've never been allowed to do these things. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Master's house and I'm going to work for wage or work for housing, work for food. And I'm in the same thing because God forbid anything happened to me and I need money. Because then my kids are now in debt to you. You know what I'm saying? So even when we were freed, we were never really freed. Even after that happened, then we have like the Jim Crow. We have all of these other things that are going on. We have y'all burning down our businesses. So it's just like, once again, what do y'all expect from us? We are literally like babies while y'all are already grandparents. Y'all have y'all's retirement. Y'all have everything and we have nothing. Literally nothing. So when you see us acting like animals and y'all want to bring up this black on black crime, this is what y'all have created systematically over the last hundreds of years. This is what you've created out of us. We're trying to figure out how to love ourselves. We're trying to figure it out with the education, with technology, but y'all aren't helping us at all. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I just want to say something. You said black on black crime. That is actually created. There's no such thing as black on black crime because there's also white on white crime that they don't talk about. You know, so that's just something that they put in people's minds to kind of brainwash them.
When black people kill black people, they go to prison.
Exactly.
They don't get to go home on paid leave.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and black people, I mean, I never really just heard about a black man just walking up to another black man and killing him. Like, I don't know you or because you're black. Like, but we don't talk about how white people, y'all shoot up schools, y'all shoot up everything. Y'all kill y'all's mamas and daddies all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So you goofy ass white folks talking about black on black crime, cut that shit out.
No, and y'all goofy ass black people too, because I've been seeing it a lot lately. So y'all.
And Drew Brees, you goofy too, nigga.
All right, Jazz. So you are one definition of successful. You've came in conclusion with yourself. You love yourself no matter who you are. You've came to what you want to do, and you've started doing what you want to do. So we know that you own a business. Oh My Fro, right?
Shout out.
You sell many different products, and a lot of products geared towards beauty and self-confidence. I mean, she's hooked us up with some tools. So we want to know the importance of black business. Like, why did you start your business? What motivated you to start that? And what is the importance of owning a black business?
Growing up, I kind of always knew I would work for myself. I just kind of had to figure out what my thing was. My dad never really raised us to have a big life. It was always just go to college, get you a good job, and take care of yourself. But I've always known that I would have a bigger life. And so, coming into an adulthood, a big thing for me was my body changed. And so I was a big girl now. And I've always, loved me. So right. I'm going to wear what the hell I want to wear, fat or not.
Already.
And so one thing that I noticed was I would go out wearing whatever I was wearing, and I would always get compliments. And the thing people would always say is, "Ooh, I just wish I had that confidence. I wish I could wear that." And I'm like, girl, your body gonna look fat in a t-shirt and jeans just the same as it will a dress, And so I kind of figured out that was my why, is to inspire women that, beauty is all inclusive. It doesn't matter if you're a size 0 or a size 28. You know what I mean? If you embrace and love yourself and you have self-confidence, people feed off of that, you know what I mean? Because you could be fine as wine, and if you come in here and you're always pulling on your shirt and you uncomfortable, you're going to make everybody else feel uncomfortable too.
Right.
And so I started On My Fro this year, and the goal really is to have my own brand and be able to create my own clothing. But right now I'm building up to that and saving up. So I just, I sell lashes and I sell clothes.
Can you tell them where they can buy it? What's your website?
It is www.ohmyfrolashco.com, and we are currently sold out of almost everything right now.
That's
but we
dope.
will.
That means you're doing something. You moving that shit. That's
we
dope.
will be re-upping very soon. If you have any questions or concerns, hit me up on Facebook. I'm Jazz Taylor, and Oh My Fro Lash Co is there as well. But I'm always here to empower women. That's my thing. I feel like if we support each other, we can all level up. There's room for everybody at the top. So to answer your question, I feel like black business is important because we can be something other than a corporate person. You can make it for yourself.
Right.
We live in an era where e-commerce is huge. You can do stuff from drop shipping to
Amazon is showing everybody.
Yeah, so it's
yeah.
it's there to be done. So I'm here for it. I want all the coins.
So you say something that inspired your business was like self-confidence, basically.
Right.
I mean, being you, be you at all times. Like,
Right.
you shouldn't have to modify yourself for anybody else to accept you.
Right.
So how did you overcome that self-confidence? Like, I know there was probably a time where you were just like,
Or just like, who did you get this from?
yeah.
I don't know that I really got it from anybody. I just made a decision one day. You have to stop looking at yourself in the mirror and comparing yourself to other people. And I wanted to feel good about myself. Nobody wants to walk around feeling some kind of way. So I just made a decision. You know, when I was younger, I was a lot smaller and I was a lot less confident. And so I honest to God, just made a decision that today I'm going to wear what I want to wear and I'm going to look good doing it. And you can like it or you can not. And I'm good with that. I don't look for acceptance from other people. I'm cool with me, so you can be cool with me, or you can be, be a hater.
Or hit the road, Jack.
Period.
I feel like I wish I felt like that all the time. Like watching you're so fierce, and like that's one of the things I wanted to ask you too. Like I remember I had seen an interview or read an interview about Lizzo, and they were saying like, oh, you're like this extraordinary person because like you're so confident in your body, and she was basically like, I'm not.
Right.
Like, why do I have to be doing this, like, extraordinary thing just because, like, I'm a big woman who loves my body? Like, that just kind of basically shows what y'all think of us or what y'all think of people and even think of yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, like, is that basically how you view it, too? Like, this isn't something extraordinary that I'm doing.
I
Like,
try not to take offense to it because if I was you and I wore whatever I wanted, it would just be like, oh, yeah, she dresses nice.
yes,
Yeah. But because I put on a two-piece and I'm not ashamed to post it, it's like, oh, my God,
Like, you're so like, amazing.
Yeah, and it's like, nigga, it's a two-piece. Like, if I'm going to let these rolls out, I'm going to let them bake, baby. Like,
Yes.
I don't know. I wasn't really raised to not love myself, so you just have to come to love yourself. Ain't nobody perfect.
Yes.
Everybody wakes up and is like, ooh, I wish I could do this or do that. So I think if we stop focusing on what other people think of us, everybody is walking around thinking about their own stuff. They ain't worried about you.
And I'm like real big on the entertainment, right? Like music and stuff. So I've seen it. Like you have a girl like Adele, like she always took face shots on her album covers.
Right.
Until she got like real slim.
Yeah.
But now today you have like Lizzo. Like she don't give a damn.
Right.
Do you like Lizzo? I mean,
love
do you feel like
Lizzo.
this? Do you see her in you sometimes?
I feel like
Like would you? I'm talking about as far as like she get up there and perform. She gonna put on what the hell she want to put on.
I feel
and
like
she
she has to be overly exposed.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to create a lane for big girls. I feel like she does the most because she has to do
Because
the most.
she's literally, like, paving the way for other big
Yeah,
girls
and
at
I feel
this
like
point.
she's trying to make room for other big girls. Like Adele has been dope for forever, but all of a sudden I'm seeing, oh, she looks so good because she's skinny now.
Yeah.
She been blowing.
She been looking good.
Creating bomb music. She's been gorgeous.
She even denied music with Beyonce. Like
Right,
she told
like,
Beyonce no.
You don't have
you
to
know
be
what
a
I'm
size
saying?
8 to be fine. You don't have to have a big ass or big titties or long hair or light skin. You can be beautiful just how God created you. And I think we have to learn that, and we have to teach our children that, and stop letting them watch stuff with women that only look a certain way. Let them see other empowered, beautiful, important women that, may have short hair and be dark skinned or be fat. And those are still bomb women too. You have to watch the way you speak to your children. And my daddy is bad about that. He ain't really a fan of the fat girl stuff. My nieces can walk around or whatever, but if I come in a crop top, girl, where your clothes at? Right here. And I make it a point to be like, are you saying that because I'm fat? And then he'll be like, well, no. I make it a point to educate people.
Yeah, and it is like, kind of like that older generation because, like, even my grandma's all, they don't need to be walking around letting all that hang. But, like, then if I wear a crop top, like, it's not going to bother you. You don't feel no type of way about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely feel like things that are socially acceptable are changing. And I feel like the only way that the rhetoric of, like, what is socially accepted as far as any body and shape is going to be, like, literally just people, like, putting it in their face. And even the same thing with the racial thing. Like, whenever a big girl isn't around and, like, we're scrolling and something comes up, if somebody says something like my grandma, oh, she needs to put something on, I need to be able to be like, I got your back. Yeah. Nana, why are you talking like that? She could wear anything she want to wear. And if she could wear, like, if I could wear this, she could wear this too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
if you don't love yourself fat, even, if you're at a weight where you don't want to be, you're going to love yourself skinny. You're going to lose that weight and you're going to still have the same kind of insecurity. So I think it's all about self-love. Make a choice today. I want to be happy. I'm going to love myself. I want to attract love. So let me love on me. Let me appreciate me.
Well, I know I got some
Life is
people in my
insane.
family who is like just like naturally like that's their body form.
Right.
Like you have that like it's so hard for them to lose weight, but when they lose it, it's easy for them to gain it back like that. I mean, it's just like real fast.
Yeah.
So you got people that just have that body structure. I mean, it's just it's just not always. It's not all like I got a cousin. She got the surgery where she got half of her stomach like folded or whatever.
Sleeve, uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean the surgery helped, but she got to try so hard.
Yeah.
You know, so she was just like, fuck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm me, I'm healthy, like, I'm fine. Like, I don't have to be, because we go into the doctor and they tell us what's healthy. I mean, they want me to be 110 pounds.
Right.
I'm 6 foot tall. What I look like being 106? I'm going to be a string bean.
And anorexic, like,
You know what I'm saying?
real.
Yeah, like, I'm going to be a string bean. I think it just has, if you don't
said
like your
string
weight,
bean.
you don't like how you feel, then I think that's something that you can take on personally. But like
Yes.
you said, when you look at people, like I tell my son all the time, like if somebody has like, even like somebody has like a disability, like what are you looking at them for? It's a person. You know, but now it's like glorified, like daddy, look, he got one leg or something like that. Bro, he a human. You don't know what happened. You get what I'm saying? So I don't look at nobody differently. Body mass, body form, I don't care. I mean, I'm this skinny, I think I'm fat.
Yeah, you
And that's
always
personally,
say, you say
and
that
that's
all the
and that's
time.
just personal.
Yeah.
But when I look at Lizzo, I've never saw Lizzo skinny, so I can't say she fat.
Yeah.
That's Lizzo.
Well, and it ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you so like you personally like do you have any like do you want to lose weight? Like how do you feel like
I am
as of right now?
currently trying to lose weight, but here's the deal. So I have pictures of myself when I was in high school and I was a lot smaller. But I'm built just like my daddy. So I look like one of those big suckers from Six Flags with the little stick. You know, the
You're
big-ass
funny,
top.
girl.
Like my head is, so I want to be healthier just because I know that carrying a lot of weight, people don't live a long time being
Mm-hmm.
super heavy. So I do want to be healthier, but I don't speak negatively to my body. I'm not
Yes.
like, oh, I hate this.
Yeah.
I just wake up every day. I'm trying to exercise more, eat healthier.
It's just like,
And
yeah.
it'll change when it changes, you know?
In a different conversation, you're the one who had told me this too, and it made me think about myself too because I struggle with like body confidence a lot. Like, and honestly, I've been feeling fine lately because I gained like 20 pounds. Like, it's like
Yeah.
I'm on a different journey, and that's the same thing. Like, if you don't like something about yourself, you have to change it. And I finally like made the decision like I'm gonna finally start trying to lose weight. But what you said that really stuck with me is like I'm here, and if I'm on my journey and I'm trying to get here. Does that mean I'm supposed to hate myself?
In the meantime.
In the middle? No, I'm not going to hate myself in the middle. So it's just like, you don't have to tell everybody the journey that you're on. You could just be on your journey, but don't hate yourself along that journey. You know what I mean?
It's not good. You won't ever get there. And make sure you're doing it for you. Don't do it because you want to look a certain way for society, because you ain't going to ever do it. But I
Yeah.
wake up every day, and because I want to do it for me, I'm consistent for me.
So do you think everybody should continue using this tea? This tea been going around.
I'm not big on like fads or trendy stuff.
Yeah,
you know, a couple
that's what it
people
seemed
have
like it
even,
is.
tried to get me to do Forex, and I'm
Are
like,
you
if
saying
gotta
that's a
sell it
pyramid
to
scheme,
me,
Jazz?
I don't want it. Listen, messy.
Okay.
I ain't messing up nobody's coins, but
Hey,
I'm not
listen.
interested. I don't. You know, I feel like there's a natural way to do things.
Have
I
you been
didn't
approached?
gain weight drinking tea, so I don't want to lose it drinking.
Have you been
tea.
approached?
Right.
Oh yeah, when you're a fat girl, they want to send you all the lose weight quick stuff. I just be like, no, I'm good,
You tell them to lose weight.
and it's expensive.
Is it?
Ooh.
My wife was telling me like, okay, yeah, you lose weight in your stomach and everything, but your arms are still big.
I mean, what
You
does
get
it
what
do?
I'm saying? It's
Give me-
like I think it's like a detox. So our bodies and our intestines carries a lot of, like they say 20, 30 pounds sometimes.
I think, yeah.
Of waste.
It could be at
So
least
it,
like 10
flushes you
pounds
out.
of fecal matter that sticks into your intestines over time. So, like, a lot of what people have in their stomach is like bloating and like just fecal matter and stuff. So, basically, it just like cleans you out.
Yeah, it's like not like diet pills.
People are pooping.
No.
Like, have you not been seeing like people like, I was
Yeah,
on the
that's why I
toilet
was
6
like,
times
no, I'm
today?
good. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh no.
So, I mean, what is your
Keep
opinion
that
on
tea.
it? Like, if a business, should we still support businesses that don't come out and say, what is the difference between a company coming out and saying all lives matter or a company not coming out and saying Black Lives Matter?
Why you ask that though? Is that
Because the dude with the tea, he basically said, he like basically was in an interview and they were just asking him like all this stuff about, what's going on. And he was like saying like all lives matter. And he even stood on his statement because he even had another thing, like another interview after that. And he stands on his statement like all lives matter. And so like he said that like basically the majority of the people, the consumers of his tea and the people who are working for him and selling the tea are African Americans. And so even though he said that, he still stood on his statement that all lives matter. So I'm just saying like if you are getting rich off of a certain population of people
Right.
and you can't even admit that that Black Lives Matter, like, I just don't know how to feel. So
But the NFL did it though, right? They've been getting rich off.
yeah, they been getting rich off of it. They been
They
getting rich off of
definitely
it.
wasn't hollering. I don't agree, and I personally, if I was selling products for that company, I wouldn't want to do it anymore. But there's probably a ton of us who are working for racist people,
Yes.
whether
Yeah.
we know it or not. They might even say Black Lives Matter, but who knows what they're saying in their home. So
Right.
I personally don't agree, and I personally would not. I'm not a fan.
What if it was your only level income? Because I've seen people and they're like, this may be his business, but
I'm making 100,000.
I took this business as my own. I made it my own. I have been helping other women in lifestyle changes, not with just these products, but with other things. And I've made it my own, and I don't want to quit doing this because this is how I now make my income, and this is now how I take care of my kids. Would you still, like, say you were buying products, would you still support that black woman who did that?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
No, I think it just depends on your values. Some people are okay with, that's fine. I don't mind him being racist. I'm getting my money. But I think we're in a time where we have to be able to say no to certain things.
Right.
To be able to change the tide, we got to be like, nah, money. Because sometimes money ain't worth it.
You got to stand on
All
your
money
morals.
ain't good money.
You got to stand on your morals.
Absolutely.
If you
'Cause
know,
what is that telling him? If we still are gung-ho and supporting him and he's talking crazy outside his neck, what is that telling him about us?
He's
We
saying
don't
the right
care.
thing.
We don't
He's
So
saying,
care.
why should you? I think somebody has to take a stand. And I understand needing your money because I need my money, but
I think at
sometimes-
this day and time, like, it's like very profound that we got to go through a white company sometimes to make something happen. We don't have the foundation. We don't have the time. We don't have the structure built. So we're still building that structure. So get in there and get what you need, branch out. And because I can ask everybody right now, name one Fortune 500 company that's owned by a black man.
bro, you put me on the spot, man. I can't think.
I'm just saying that's how uncommon it is. I'm a business owner myself, and I can't even name one. I'm sitting here Googling, and it's talking about Fortune 500 CEOs. I don't want to know about a damn CEO. I
Right.
want to know if a Fortune 500 company that was started by a black man. I can't find it.
So let's know there is companies on its way. You know what I mean? It's like Oh My Fro and Soul for Six.
Speaking.
You know what I mean?
Speaking,
They on
brother.
their way. So I'm just gonna let you know that.
Oh yeah,
we starting something out here.
Most
Speaking.
definitely, most definitely. I like I said in the last week, our generation is different. Like, we will work for a company for 1 year and we'll mob and we'll go to the next company because we don't feel like we getting out of what we need. Our fathers and our parents and our mothers, they were taught to go get you a company, you work, make your household good, go home, spend time with your family, go back to work, and that's life. Get you a good job.
Yeah.
But our generation is like, fuck that good job. We trying to work for ourselves. I done seen so many people in Amarillo do the lashes and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, Chinese, gray, pink, it doesn't matter. Our generation is exploding the entrepreneurship. And we're seeing that it's really, really, it's out there and it's available for everybody to do it.
Because it's just like you go to work every day, and like as someone who like had to get a real job again, and like I just freaking hate it so much. It's just like how you said, Dominique, I can't imagine myself doing this at 50 years
Right.
old.
Yeah.
I can't. And it's just like, even when I think about, like, this is even the worst part. I think about going to school, and like, even with the degrees, I don't want to work for nobody. I can't see myself working for nobody in my 50s. I can't see myself working for nobody now, like, even though I have to. And it just is like, we're starting to see a whole nother way of life. I don't have to deal with you telling me that I can't be with my
Right.
kids.
Yeah,
I don't
we
have
ain't
to
going
deal with
for
this.
it.
Like, we're not
Yeah.
going for that. Like, I'm going on my family vacation. My son's sick. I'm taking the day off. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's just,
that's the mindset we gotta have. You know what I mean? We gotta have that
Yeah.
mindset as far as being able to know that, okay, I'm not gonna be working for somebody else my whole life. I'm gonna branch out. I'm finna start my own business. And I kind of want to know, Jazz, is that something that was in the back of your mind whenever you started your business, Oh My Fro?
Absolutely. You get tired of working to make other people rich. I'm getting pennies
Yeah.
and you getting 10,
because you know you worth more than $13 an hour.
Every dollar I make,
Yeah.
I know every day I have to wake up and grind or I ain't going to be able to eat.
Right.
Every dollar I make is coming in my pocket. So it's important to me, and it was worth the sacrifice to not work at my job. And every day, I feel like it makes you hungry too. You know what I mean? It makes you go harder because that is my only source of income, is my job. So if Oh My Fro doesn't flourish, what we gonna eat?
So are you self-employed right now, or are you working for
I'm
somebody?
self-employed.
You are?
I have several businesses.
So you're
Yeah.
fully self-employed.
Uh-huh.
So how did you tell your
Yes.
job? Did you walk out with the middle finger up, or
I got
what?
fired, but I got
Oh,
fired.
but so I know you had
by
something
my
to
own
say.
fruition. I was working in healthcare at a freestanding emergency room, and I got fired probably about 2 years ago now. And it's the best thing.
The
ever
best
happened to
thing
me.
happened.
Best thing
You were
ever
so
happened to
happy,
me.
huh?
I was distraught because it happened right around Christmas, and I wanted to do for my nieces, but it changed my life. It was tide changing, and once I got fired, and I had given everything to that job, calling me in the middle of the night to come cover shifts, and just sacrificing so much for them to be able to throw you away like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
It changed my mindset, and
You
from
get-
that point
I
on,
honestly
it was
believe
up.
things like that happen for a reason, so
Absolutely.
other doors can open up.
But people gotta
That's a
see
prime
that.
example
They
of
gotta
that.
see them.
Yep.
Absolutely.
They gotta see them doors that's being given.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take advantage of them, you don't know when that next door gonna open up again.
And understand that you have to root for other people. I remember going and sitting with Debbie when she opened up her shop, and I could have felt like, ooh, I'm so jealous. I want this. I want to be able to do it. I remember having a conversation, and she was like, I threw so much money into this, and I was like, oh, I ain't even got no money to throw in mine right now. But look at it now. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Look how I'm
flourishing.
thriving now.
You're
But I was
thriving.
able to clap for you.
But
you know
look,
what I mean?
and you
that's
were
what we-
able to clap for me. But then think about this too. On the opposite end, when my business didn't go as I planned, and I saw you posting, and like I could have been like, oh, like she's selling clothes, but no, like you have to clap for those around you because it's not like I always say it's not my time right now. It is not my time right now. It's somebody else's time. But just because it's your time doesn't mean it can't also be my time. You know what I mean? And so I feel like you definitely do have to clap for other people. And you have to find that inspiration in other people because like I'm not gonna lie, like I really went through like a depression when everything like my personal life affected like what I wanted to do like as my stores and stuff. And it's like it hurts so bad when you know in your heart something really could have worked, but things that you have really literally no control of happen in your life, and life happens, and you have to basically kind of choose like dreams or life, and you know you got to pick life every time. And so yeah, I was really sad, but when I seen you post, like, it was so freaking inspiring. And then, like, not even just the first post, but, like, every other post, like, it is inspiring because, like, your whole marketing, everything that you do, like, as somebody who did so much research on stuff, like, I can tell, like, you have put the work in. And it's just, like, you're not giving up. And I remember that conversation with you over a year ago, and you were telling me, this is what I'm going to do. I just got to get it right. Like, I just got to get it right, and this is what I'm going to do. And so it is. It's just like, okay, Devery, it didn't work. Okay, back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? Like, we got to use these things as experiences to take us to the next level. And so I know during that year, all you was doing was educating yourself.
Yeah.
And it shows.
I will say the one thing I don't agree with is you said you had to pick life over your dreams. And in my experience, it wasn't true for me. My family is not one to believe that you need to be self-employed. Nobody has been rooting for me. Nobody has been cheering for me. Nobody has given me anything. I wanted that shit.
Yes.
And so I went and got it. And I wasn't waiting on nobody to clap for me. I wasn't waiting on nobody to pat me on my back. But guess what? As the money rolling in now, everybody's like, oh, girl, you doing it.
Everybody
But
putting your
you
shoes
have to
on.
do that shit for you. If you want something, be willing to sacrifice for it. Girl, we ate noodles for some months while I was saving up for inventory. And I had to tell the kids, listen, it's going to be rough. But now we eating good. You know what I mean? And so I just, if you really want it, you'll make space for it. And don't waste, time goes by so fast. We pushing 30. You know what I mean? So you got to go after what you want. It's there. There's resources.
We are.
Get on Google, get on YouTube. Girl, you know how much stuff I done learned on TikTok? I done opened 2 businesses off of TikTok.
Off of
That are bringing
TikTok?
me in thousands. I mean money. I'm not kidding. They
You wanna
teach you how
share
to
some
affiliate market, how to resell shirts
On
on
TikTok?
Etsy. Girl, do you hear me? This month alone, I opened an Etsy shop reselling T-shirts that I don't even have to stock. It orders them through the company.
Like
when
you're
they
doing
place the
drop
order.
shipping?
I make money and I don't touch it anymore. I put in new T-shirt designs every couple of weeks. Makes money at night. So use those resources. Don't just use it to watch dances.
Giving the
There are people
formula.
who are
Y'all
giving-
listening?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a game,
Y'all
bro.
not
If you want
listening
money,
to the
there's ways
formula.
to
Run
get
it back.
girl. There's
That's real.
ways.
Run it
There's
back.
ways. So I don't know. I've always been a hustler, and I always knew what I wanted to do. And I've learned since I was 18 or 19. You can't wait on people to cheer you on or give you shit.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you
that's
really can't.
That's a generational thing too,
Go
because
get
like Jordan was saying that the older generation, they feel like they had to work in order just to provide for their family. Had to work for somebody else to do that. But no, we the generation that asks questions and branch out and do shit on our own, you know. And so that's what we gonna do. And so we gonna show them that no, there's a different way that we can provide for our family. We ain't gotta work for nobody.
Yep.
But we gotta support each other too.
Most
That's the main
That's the
thing.
big
Is
one.
just support. It's just like it's a lot of hate between black to black business. Like Delvin, oh, he ain't got the best fish, bro. You know his fish banging. Shut up and go buy that
say
fish
it.
and pay that $13 for that fish once again. You know what I'm saying? His fish banging. You go to Texas Roadhouse.
But it's like-
once again they fish $27 and his $13. You ain't
But I see
complaining
people
about that.
get
to
on
you.
Facebook all the time,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Who's the best, Delvin's or Shilee's or North Heights Discounts?"
shouldn't
And it's
matter.
like,
It has to be the
why is
best.
y'all even
It shouldn't
asking
matter.
questions? Because honestly, every single one of them got things that I love from
Yeah.
individually.
So if I can just take one from each of them, I would do it. But that's something we got to have in the black community. So Dev, you said that, you know, it kind of like put you down a little bit, man. Come reach out to everybody that holds that black business role. I mean, when you had your company, I was way behind you. Like I used my company to help you.
And
help
it
you out.
wasn't
So
it wasn't like a life thing like food or nothing. It was literally like a matter of like,
Right. I hear you.
living or not, like housing or not, you know, stuff like that. Like life, like literally just changed so quick for me and like my family in general. And so, but there's things I could have did during that time though to help me flourish that I didn't do though. Like I could have kept educating myself. I could have kept posting. I could have kept doing all of those things because I still had the inventory. But I just hit that wall and I let it hit me. And I feel like now in the place that I'm in, I'm really kind of thankful for what I went through because I truly wasn't ready for everything that was happening in my life.
In the struggle.
Yeah, the blessing is in the struggle, and I needed to like be able to for that to happen so I could sit back and be like, damn, like. This part of this aspect, the business is not just what you see. It's not just the aesthetic of a business.
That's a small piece.
That's the outside. That's the skin. But the bones is what really matter. And for me, like my bones weren't good. My bones were very brittle. And so like I feel like I needed that because if I am gonna have an empire and if I am gonna have a successful business that is sustainable for me and my children and even my grandchildren, them bones got to be good.
Did you put 110% in it though?
I feel like I put 110% in it for about a month and a half. But then I feel like being a product of my environment and like I can admit this because I feel like self-awareness is so major, and I feel like I was in this around all these people who they're not necessarily going to work every day, you know what I'm saying? They're not getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. So like for the longest time when I was up at 6 a.m. every day, it's just as like, dang, like okay, maybe today I am gonna sleep in, and then that one day turns into 3 days, and then you waking up at 11 o'clock and you wondering where your day went, you know?
That is important. I feel like you have to surround yourself with the right people as far as like if you want to go somewhere with a business or anything, you have to surround yourself around business people.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's like the old saying, the birds of a feather flock together, you know? So if you hang around folks that's not doing shit, ain't got no ambition or passion on doing nothing, that's the same boat you gonna be in.
Exactly.
And that's why I went to college. I mean, point blank period. It had nothing to do about no damn degree. Trust me.
For the connections.
You get what I'm saying? The communication, the relationships, and just
influence.
seeing people that took all they had and just put it on. Like, I didn't have no college life. Like, I didn't have that go screw this many girls or go to this house party. I said, I ain't going to do all that. I don't want to get on that subject. I don't want to slide down that road because I know I'm going to slip and slide, you know, that way.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to stay at home. I'm going to go to these local colleges, and I'm going to get it done. And I learned my connections. I got my connections. I got so much game from people. Just so many minds that's want more knowledge. They want to learn and want to keep learning.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And this man told me one day, he was just like, if you ain't learning, you ain't growing. He said, you should be learning every day. And he said, you should learn every day until you die. Your life ain't over until you stop learning.
Because
That's exactly what he told me.
Even in prison, even dead broke, the one thing that nobody can take from you is your mind. Like, and that's one thing that I have a brother that's incarcerated, and that's one thing that I always used to tell him is like, literally, no one can take this from you. Like, you're literally free in your mind. And so even like, if you're in a position to where your business isn't going as good, or like you don't feel as good about college or whatever it is, like you can always feed your brain. Like you could always feed your mind. And so I feel like as Black people, we forget that. We think that we feel so defeated a lot. And I've talked to so many people who feel like they're defeated, like they have no other options, they have no other choice. But we really do. We really do.
I think you have to bring to center your why in life for whatever you're doing, because motivation only goes so far. Some days you're going to wake up and it's just like, I ain't trying to do this. But I think if you always keep your why at the center and forefront of your life, it'll keep you going towards your goals, because it's not easy every day. Shit goes bad. Sometimes things don't sell or whatever, whatever is happening. But if you don't keep, okay, well, why am I doing this? That'll keep you going, because it's not perfect. Motivation only lasts so long. Being empowered by listening to a podcast only goes so far. You have to remember why you're doing it, and I feel like that's what helps keep me going.
That is so big.
Some days I
gotta
just
have it dependent.
Unless it's streets approved, our
Listen,
motivation is something
listen.
different. No, I'm just playing.
Boy, stop. You
I'm just
funny.
messing with you.
All right, y'all. That's been another episode of Streets Approved Radio. I just want to say thanks to our special guest, Miss Jazz Taylor with Oh My Fro. Thank you for coming and kicking it with us.
Thank y'all for having me. This has been dope.
Oh, we're
This
gonna have
is
to
well
have you
needed.
again, or we're gonna have a little snippet of
Yeah, whenever you come,
Deborah and Jazz.
Jeff Bezos, Jazz, is gonna get on his level.
Period.
Be right here, bomb. So can you tell everybody where they can reach you at, how they can buy your products, and why they should buy your products?
To shop Oh My Fro, go to www.ohmyfrolashco.com. To find me on Facebook, I'm there at Oh My Fro Lash Co. My personal page is Jazz Taylor. You can hit me there. Instagram, Oh My Fro Lash Co. And even on TikTok, Oh My Fro Lash Co. Watch me pack up some orders.
All right.
So, hey, listen, I hope y'all soaked up this game because there's a lot of game giving out this podcast, you know what I mean? Especially about owning your own businesses and getting it started and stuff. So tune in, soak this up, and maybe you can get somewhere.
Once again, music artists, send your music to musicbyjwood1@gmail.com or woodybeats@gmail.com. Get your music submitted in because next week we going in.
For real
It's gonna
this
be
time.
boo boo or it's gonna be fire. It ain't no in between. You gonna get the boo boo or you gonna get the fire. Everybody comment, like, share. Streets Approved Radio. We love y'all.
We love
need
y'all. Be
y'all.
safe.